you start us off?
Yeah, it would be my pleasure. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner. Tying the series up 1-1 in a mirror matchup against his opponent. We have now the Purple Terran playing each of the 3 races in this matchup. It is none other than Falcon.
Falcon.
Punch!
Falcon. Punch! Yep. And his opponent. CptKirk. Spawning in the center left-hand position. The Yellow Zerg player, CptKirk, trying to eke out this win here, 1-1. It's effectively a best of 1 this game, so anything he can do, guarantee.
Yes. Show me your moves. I'm never going to see Falcon.
Yeah.
It's like, if we combine these 2 players together, right, we would get Captain Falcon.
Yeah, we would get Captain Falcon. Oh my god, that is perfect. Did you ever... There was a short anime clip that was going around 5-6 years ago. They actually had a Captain Falcon anime. And at one point, apparently the way Captain Falcon works is basically the Dread Pirate Roberts. Captain Falcon is simply a figure, and different Captain Falcons will pass down the Captain Falcon title. And there was some really cheesy anime scene where the current Captain Falcon, I guess, died destroying the enemy they were fighting, actually creating a Captain Falcon punch big enough to be seen from outside the Milky Way galaxy. So he passed down the Captain Falcon title. It passes to you now, kind of thing. And it was super, super corny, but you know.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a Captain Falcon lore there for you. So anyway, yes, moving on from the Captain Falcon talk, we are indeed talking about StarCraft here. And Falcon dropping a gas first. He's opening Reaper. Reaper's pretty solid opening, especially against Zerg. Kind of get a nice scout off, make sure he's not doing anything sneaky.
Yes, wait, I actually don't know this, because I haven't played on this map that much. Can the Reapers jump up to that higher ground plateau? I don't...
I don't know.
Wait, Omega, does... No, Bird doesn't think so, guys. I actually have no idea.
That would be super ridiculous, and I don't know. I mean, that's 2 heights above, unless he goes through the minerals over here, and I don't even think he'd be able to get down anyway because of the doodads. So, yeah, there he goes. He's gonna he's gonna go to the side of the ramp here, and the Zerglings are gonna try and defend against this. He's gonna
wow, 4 lings from CptKirk. Definitely interesting, seeing as his opponent went random and he hadn't scouted the race. This is actually sort of the quote-unquote proper meta. Oh no, this Reaper's gonna die!
Lost that Reaper. His death wasn't in vain there, though.
Yeah, he's gonna lose so much scouting information for the rest of the map, but ooh, we see this early factory from Falcon. Oh man. Oh. Do you think we're going to see early Cloak Banshee or Widow Mines or...
I don't know. Considering he dropped a reactor on the Marines, it could easily be Banshees. He may want to do some kind of 1-1-1 thing. Totally possible. He's got plenty of gas to work with. He's been stocking that up for a few minutes now. But honestly, if you were going to go into... Yeah, see, he's dropping the factory here on the reactor. So it's
the start port. For me, just do it. Just build the start. I want the Banshee so bad.
He's going into Hellions. I thought it may have been Widow Mines, unfortunately. Sorry, Covert.
It's okay.
Hate to burst your muffin bubble.
Nah, it's okay. My hopes and dreams were dashed when they decided to do away with Bonnie Research Station in the map pool.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Man, that's you've been broken for a while now.
Yeah, my soul. It's not just like my hopes and dreams, but also my soul was crushed.
Yes, indeed.
I lost everything.
But it's okay, because CptKirk going for the tried and true. Warren. So these Hellions are going to get there and find a nasty surprise.
Yeah, shy surprise.
Shy surprise.
Yeah, very, very interesting sort of builds. Pretty standard coming out of Falcon, getting those early Hellions to sort of try and deny early Ling, Baneling pushouts, as well as early creep spread coming out of his opponent. But with Zerg on this map, it's actually very easy to secure 3 bases because that third base is just so close to the ramp to the main. That being said, we see these Hellions now poking in. Wow, they're going to get some juicy shots on the drones because the Queens aren't here to get the early defense, and these Hellions are committed now, Zero Lambda.
Oh, this is super scary. They actually, the SimCity funneled them straight toward the drone line. Oh my gosh. And they're all coming up again. Oh, those drones are so low. Oh, man. Roasting.
Wow, look at this. All the drones going down. CptKirk no longer has any drones mining in his main, but with these roaches now out, these Hellions are going to die. Not entirely sure if this was worth it, but it's definitely going to stunt the growth of his opponent. But back home, we see Falcon almost done with StimTech and going up with additional barracks and getting some Widow Mines out for some follow-up aggression with a drop.
Oh man, this is super scary as a Zerg player too. You are 9 workers currently behind your Terran opponent now. That's he's got mules dropping now. This would make me sweat. I mean, just on paper, this would make me sweat.
So basically, he's 20 workers behind instead of just 9 because 2 mules just dropped.
Oh. You're making it worse. I'm super nervous now.
Yeah. Zero Lambda is gonna wake up in the middle of the night in cold sweat, being like, "Mules, mules!"
They went away and now they're back. No. That's all right though. Falcon has something cheeky planned. He's got a Widow Mine drop going out as CptKirk's army moves across the map slowly but surely.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this early aggression from CptKirk because he's actually tied on upgrades with his opponent. And this medevac is here with Marines. Oh no! Uh-oh! Falcon is loading up the medevac with Marines! Oh, hopefully he sees these roaches. Is he gonna see it?
This is super scary. His entire army is away now. These roaches are gonna be knocking at his front door. He's got 2 Marauders, but I don't think that's gonna be enough to hold this covert.
Oh no, not at all. We already see CptKirk destroying one of the supply depots and just marching directly into the base. Now these roaches are going to get so many shots on the line and opening it up for reinforcements. Oh man, already the Marauders.
Marauders getting destroyed. These Marines came back home finally after they realized what's going on. He still hasn't dropped them.
The Marines!
No! He's too focused on these Widow Mines here over in the base of CptKirk, but he's really paying for it back home. Roaches on top of his production.
Oh man, and we see a siege tank getting started by Falcon. He's going to move in here with this bio, move forward the SUVs. This is actually going to be a very strong defense if he's going to be able to keep this bio alive, but the nice target fire from CptKirk is going to buy him the more time into the base, but some roaches are falling, and these SUVs are going to start taking so much damage.
15, 16 SCVs going down. Kirk is... Oh man, Kirk is obliterating this base. He's sitting right on top of the reinforced point here for...
Oh, Widow Mine's getting cleared out. The siege tank getting focused down immediately when it pops. This roaches just can't seem to be cleaned up by Falcon. Even with 3 command centers, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to stop this roach aggression on his production. And that's extremely, extremely hard to deal with when a Zerg army is immediately on Terran production.
Unfortunately, that siege tank was kind of his ace in the hole here. It's going to be super difficult to pull out of this. He does have his natural base and a few SCVs, and he's going to kill these couple roaches, but there are so many more on the way than... Oh, jeez. Oh,
man, and Mutalisks, look at this. With 8 more roaches now just marching into the base as we speak. Oh man, there's so many roaches here, and then Mutalisks up behind it. They're going to clean up the medevacs, clean up the bio. Looks like the clock might have struck midnight, and indeed, Falcon's going to throw out the GG well played, not well paid. CptKirk paying his due respect and picking up Game 3, winning the series 2-1.
Dang, yeah, CptKirk picking it up. That's, wow, very well done there. I mean, considering the way the first game, or second game went, excuse me, it looked a little more like he was trying to claw his way out of it, but, oh, jeez. Oh, man. Adrenaline, man. It's scary.
Yeah, right. That was pretty amazing, right? We saw that early Hellion push pick up so many drones, but CptKirk, with a nice mid-game transition into +1 attack roaches, was able to hit his opponent right when he was trying to continue that tech aggression and had low defensive numbers. Really nice timing push from CptKirk.
Super good, really super good.
Woo! That being said, guys, we're definitely guaranteed to bring CptKirk back in here for a nice interview about all 3 games, and hopefully we also are going to be able to bring Falcon back in. Yes.
Yep, they both sounded like they were interested in rejoining us here. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, once they hop in, we'll be drilling them endlessly on their achievements here.
Oh yes. RSWAP says, "Well played, Omega Kappa."
GG, well paid.
GG, well paid, guys.
GG, well paid. Hey,
Hello?
what's going on, guys? Welcome back.
It says I'm in the call, but I can't hear anyone.
Hello.
Uh-oh.
Not this again, no.
Oh, this
Can you
happened
hear me?
so many times.
Yeah, we can hear you, Falcon.
Can you hear us?
Oh no. All right, we're gonna have to rehost the call, I think.
Yes. Yep. That's what.
Hello?
But your internet is also good enough to stream, so this should be fine. Obviously, since you stream frequently. Okay, Bert. Oh no, did Zero and Covert get instanced off into another call? Skype. Skype boy. Okay, close it.
Skype.
Technical
Yes.
difficulties.
Bird's not showing the video.
No.
My bad. No one saw it. No one saw it.
It's gonna kill everybody's connection.
Okay,
so
carry on, gentlemen.
Can we hear everybody now? We can hear Kirk and Falcon, right?
Yep.
Okay, and Covert, can you hear me? That's the important one.
Yes.
All right, good. So
Yes.
we're good then.
I can hear everyone.
Excellent. All right, awesome. So I was going to say before the Skype call tanked out there, well done, gentlemen. Those games were very good. You actually brought the best of 3 out to a 3 game, and congrats to Captain Kirk there on those were very even games back and forth. Very good.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Fun.
Yeah, very well done. So let's get right to it then. Game 1 that was on Coda, I believe. Falcon rolled Protoss that game. So Kirk, why don't you start us off what your thoughts were going into that game?
Well, it made it pretty easy when he told me he was Protoss, so which is cool. No, I mean, it was much appreciated. Actually, no, I was probably going to do the same build I always do against a random opponent, which is also just happens to be the same build I use frequently against Protoss, which is basically I go for a 2 base, like a fully saturated 2 base plus 1 attack, roaches with speed. And that's kind of generally what I go for. And if I macro properly and it works, I usually can kind of win most of my games that way. You know, at least that's the idea. And I think it works well against Toss anyway, because it's just so I go for that timing and attack. And if that timing attack doesn't kill them, then I just expand and try to live, you know, and keep fighting. But yeah, game 1, from what I remember of it, I did my little build there and got the roaches out there in time. I was a little scary because he was able to actually get 3 bases up, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like I said, the little initial push didn't work, so I had to pull back and, Protoss on.
There's two perks, so if they don't hear us, then there we go.
Yep.
It seems like I need to actually call someone for them to be able to hear. That's weird, but at least we know the rule that governs the problem.
We have to. Okay, so that means we take Omega everywhere.
No, it means that you can't join the call on your own, apparently.
Shit. Okay. Okay, so Bert can hear us now. That's important. He's streaming, so.
Yeah.
It's still like really quiet because they were having that problem at the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, check your mixer, buddy.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I can just start yelling.
Yeah,
No, please don't.
yeah.
No, please don't. I'm
Also-
wearing headphones.
Also, double check the audio settings in Skype. Make sure it didn't like knock the numbers down real low. It'll sometimes do
Mega
that.
Blast. Mega Blast says just use your imagination. Fill in the blanks,
What's up,
guys.
Mega?
What's up, guys? Them were some pretty good games. Oh,
Jeez, seizure. Wow.
oh.
Oh God, my eyes. Whoever was on headphones. Suddenly loud. Better. Ow.
Hey, yeah, sorry guys. We're actually introducing a new feature where we turn it into a dance party with the strobe light during the interview.
We're going all out equilibrium on here. We're flashing subliminal messages at you.
Yes.
Yeah,
I hope
and
there are
that.
no epileptics. Deaf and now blind.
No.
All right, Bert, what happened?
All right, so
I'm assuming he found out whatever got minimized in terms of sound and turned it to max.
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
can't see, can't hear. Broken all my head.
Right.
Am I in heaven?
Yes.
Am I in heaven?
Oh my God.
Okay, so it sounds good now. Why don't we go ahead and start the interview over
Yeah, sorry guys.
All right.
with Kirk. So talking about game one, your plan was to, against Protoss, happened to work out. You had to build prep that work against random.
Yeah, like I said, generally what I tend to do is go basically a fully saturated 2 bases and get +1 missile attack and roach speed as fast as possible and get some roaches out there and go for that timing. And if that timing doesn't work, like if it doesn't kill them as it didn't in the first game, you know, I try to just expand from that and stay alive and you know, keep on that tech path. I don't, and the mutas, there was mutas in that game, and I don't usually build mutas against Protoss. I don't even remember why. I'm trying to recall why I built mutas in the first place. But once I had them, I was like, well, fuck, I better use them because I've got them. So,
Well, they worked out for you because, I mean, the stalkers couldn't kill them fast enough. They were chasing the Colossi down, so the AoE wasn't on your roaches there at the end. So
yeah, I got a couple of free Colossus, which I think kind of helped out a little bit.
Yeah. I know, like halfway throughout the game, just my hotkeys decided I screwed up my hotkeys. So it's like, oh great, I need to set up my hotkeys, and then the engagement happened. I was like, ah.
mouse control, it sucks.
Yeah.
Got to be able to use the keyboard. So why don't we throw it over to you then, Falcon? How'd that game go for you? What was your plan?
I felt on edge since start. I don't know. Maybe it was just because of all the technical difficulties at the beginning. Trying to set it up, I was a bit on edge, and then I went the baguette build, and it was meant to punish a quick third base, and he didn't. He went 2 base roaches. So from then I was like, okay, I know I'm behind. Let's try and play this out. And every time I wanted to go push, I just didn't feel like I had a big enough army to push the third or the second. And so I was like, okay.
I wanted to say too. I mean, your tech choice wasn't wrong. I think it just got there not in time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it worked out. I mean, you have anything to add on game one there, Covert?
Yeah. I mean, it was very impressive out of both players. The Protoss players sort of got an early advantage, but then Kirk, with that beautiful Zerg macro, was just able to really catch up. And I think both players were like on even footing going into the late game. Just very, very minor things gave Kirk the edge, and it sort of snowballed from there. It's a very, very nice game from both people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was a fun game to play.
I did go a bit greedy with the Nexus first, but...
Hey, I mean, against Zerg, you got to try something, because if you let the Zerg go too long, then it's, well, you know. I mean, I feel your Protoss pain, man. I feel it.
That was
what they wanted. So, Falcon, you switched that around, actually, for Terraform. On game 2, you want to take us through that one?
Yeah. I went into the game. I saw, okay, he's getting speed. It's probably going to be a speedling build, a very quick speedling build. So I was like, okay, I'll just keep droning up and build a few lings. If you get a quicker roach roar and get the gas, put a spine crawler, get a couple of queens, and then just defend that off, and then just propel into the mid game. I was a bit late on my upgrades, I noticed that, and I felt a bit behind when I noticed that he was getting his third base quicker than I was. So I was like, okay, let's get Roach Burrow, and basically just try to deny the third base and get ahead in that way as fast as for as long as possible, and just propel myself forward. And that was basically the aim of my game. I was trying to play quite reactionary, and I tried to play it a bit safe, considering it was game 2. CptKirk was up a game, so...
You know, I want to say, too, the Kirk ended up pushing into mutas again. Did you ever scout that Spire?
No, that was completely by surprise. I was like, please don't start attacking.
I think I noticed when the Spire went down, and I checked your vision, and I went, huh, he hasn't seen that, but he's already got Hydralisks on the field. This is going to be kind of painful for Kirk, so...
I was kind of...
No.
That gone.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, that game, the denying the third, you never let me keep my third up long enough, I think, to really sustain myself, and I think that was one of probably the biggest thing that hurt, the thing that hurt me the most. Yeah, I the other thing, if we could go back and play that game over again, which we can, you know, we have the replay ability to do that. But if we could go back and do that, what I would probably have done differently is not went so heavy on the mutas that game, because he just got way too many hydras out, and my muta micro was just awful, and I gave him a lot of mutas. So between that and not keeping up a third, it's just like you know, good game. You know, he just outplayed me on that one.
Yeah, no, you guys had even upgrades. I think you both were at 2/2, like 2 missile, 2 armor at the end of that. But the group spines really came into play when he was fighting you on your own creep there, Kirk, near your third.
Yeah,
that was tough to watch, because just those hydras kicked in, and it was just man. And then you were hurting for minerals after that, so it was kind of hard to swing back.
Yeah, that was like the aim of the game there. I was just trying to just keep the pressure on, make sure those mutas don't come into the main base, because I was like, oh, there's mutas out, right, let's build a crap ton of spores and keep the pressure up so that he has to defend with the mutas and the roaches. And
well, it was a pretty good read, or miracle.
I just felt like you had way more units than I did that entire game. There were a few times, if I remember correctly, we were our armies kind of passed each other, and we would like fight a little bit, but not really fight. You know, we weren't really, neither one of us wanted to engage. And I think for me, I think the big reason is I felt like our upgrades were kind of on par. Maybe even, I think at a time or two I might have had an edge, but even then you still had greater numbers, and so I was always just, you know, scared to attack into it. And but yeah, that's how I felt on that one.
Well, that was pretty solid there for both of you, so I liked it.
Because I remember like trying to scout with overlords and stuff, trying to see, just kind of trying to get around and see how big the army was, and because I never got an actual like a good enough judgment, I never decided to commit to anything really. So I was just trying to posture, trying to get around, keeping that vision, and I was just trying to keep an eye out and see what the army was, trying to keep up on even an upgrade, because I remember you getting the +1/+1 first, and so that was the biggest worry, I think, for me. That game was you had a really a faster +1/+1, and I was quite far behind, so I just tried to stall it out, kill the third base, retreat, put spines down, and just try to play it through from there. And it was a fun ZVZ.
Yeah, no, ZVZ.
Those
is always
words should never be put in the same sentence. Fun and ZVZ.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
all right.
Yeah.
So Covert, anything to add, sir? At all?
No, yeah, it was it was interesting seeing the tech divergence. And really nice play from both players in that game. It was pretty amazing to see both players keeping up on range and armor upgrades throughout the entire match. That was pretty wild. You guys did really well.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice job, guys.
Yeah, well performed. And moving on into game 3 there on Bridgehead. Ugh, I hate Bridgehead. I'm going to say that right now. I just can't stand Bridgehead. It's so so disgusting. So, why don't we throw it to Kirk? Kirk here. So
Okay.
you won the previous game there, or excuse me, lost game 2.
Right.
What was your plan for Bridgehead then?
Well, again, he was kind enough to tell me that he was Terran. And so I knew Terran's probably been what I've been weakest against lately. I'd have to check the standings to verify that, but I feel like I'm weaker against Terran. But I think it's because I'm trying to do something different. And this game, I remember very distinctly. Usually, I do one of two things. I either go 15 hatch and like 15 pull and like 15 gas or something very simple, close to that. Get hatch first essentially. But this game, I remember I got to 15 drones, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go pull first and do my build, what I call my build, my roach build, and I'm just gonna stick to that because it's won me so many games. It's what I know the best. And so, like right there at the very last second, instead of getting a 14 pull, I got a 15 pull. But and I just the plan was to go into roaches. Yeah, that was how I planned to start it out.
Well, that's pretty good. I ended up working out for you in the end. The Sim City there at that bottom ramp when the Hellions from Falcon ran in. Oh my gosh, that scared the crap out of me because all of a sudden the Hellions were funneled right into the drum line. And then they all clumped up around the assimilator, or not the assimilator, the extractor, and it just all barbecued. So you were behind and I don't know. You seemed to pull that one out. That was pretty scary. I was sweating watching it. So
I remember watching a pro player one time when their drones were getting like their asses handed to them by some Hellions. They just take all their drones and put them in the extractor. So I said, okay, I'll try that. I guess it kind of, well, no, it didn't really. I think I ended up with like 5 drones still after all of that. But I don't know. I was able to come back, so.
Yeah, did well. So Falcon then. You rolled Terran this game. You got all 3 races.
Yeah, truly random.
Pretty awesome. So
yeah.
What was your decision? I saw you open Reaper. What was your plan from there?
I was like, okay, I'll just Reaper expand and play the typical style that is the meta right now, which is bio with Reaper expand into reacted Hellions. And oh my gosh, those Hellions, they did so much.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
they've never happened to me
paid
before.
for themselves a few times.
Yeah. Yeah, a few times over. And so I was like, okay, 3cc, and then I'll just keep going, put the pressure on. And then as those drops went out, it's like, oh, there are roaches at my door. Oh, I haven't been macroing properly. I have too much money and no units. Oh. It's like, well, I was contemplating going for the base trade, or the base trade. And I was like, but it's probably safer to just head back home and trying to defend with what I have. But it didn't work out because I figured as long as I can hold it off, I still have 3 CCs. I'm pretty sure I can make this work, but didn't have enough marauders, or didn't get the tanks out in time, and didn't have enough bio.
I almost cried when I saw that tank pop and immediately explode. It's like, oh,
yeah, it's like
that was his way in.
I was about to boost the tank, but I didn't.
I was gonna say, like, there was at the point where my roaches were at your door, I noticed that you had sent a drop in, like, and there were widow mines about to be burrowed in my natural expansion, and like, I don't know, I guess you were distracted, whatever. They didn't burrow, and I was able to move my drones out of the way. But I was like, if they would have burrowed and went off, I feel like I would have been. You'd have had a much larger chance. But I was just happy that I was able to catch that.
I was sending two drops out because I sent the widow mines, which you saw, and the other one you didn't saw because I had to send the other drop back. Was a drop full of stim bio into your main base at the same time, and then the roaches arrived at my front door, and I was like, oh, why? Why now?
That was just the timing on that wasn't like, I guess I was like again, you slowed me down because you harassed me and you killed a lot of my workers, but I just tried to stabilize and go back to my plan, which was the roach timing attack, and and it just, I guess the timing worked out.
No, it definitely
Yeah.
did. I have to say.
It was like it was literally the perfect timing you could have hit. But yeah, no, just seeing that just made my heart dropped a little bit. It's like, it's one of these games. It's like, all right, I'm gonna do something, and then
When I got to the wall and there was nothing there defending it, and I'm like, I think I'm just gonna win the game right now. And then I got in there, you didn't have an army, and other than that little bit of stuff over at my base that I was able to clean up, I think I knew. I was pretty sure I'd won by that point. Yeah.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
so Mr. Muffin, would you like to
Yes.
say anything now? Well, I know you have something to say about this game.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty incredible, right? Like, so we saw some beautiful early aggression from Carlos, and then Falcon, and then it moved into that roach push, and I think what I was most impressed from Kirk was that he just continued his tech path, even though even after losing all those workers, and then both players were sort of on equal footing, but then the continued aggression from Falcon just left him so vulnerable, and Kirk had a really nice play to take advantage of that. Wow, yeah, that was a great third game out of both players.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
If there was
Nice
one thing
job,
I would have
guys.
done is just after that Hellion suicide that killed a lot of drones, I would have just sat back and I should have defended. I was like, okay, I could sit back or I could just continue the aggression, and I chose the latter, and the roaches came. So.
Well, I think that we would have gotten away with that too. I mean, just sitting back and macroing after your opponent. So you killed at least 12 to 13 drones. That's insane.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was that entire.
It happened. It's over now.
But I forgot my barbecue sauce. All right. Well, good. Thanks for hooking up with us and playing tonight, guys. It was super good to see those games played.
Yeah.
And that's our last series for the weekend. Kind of a short weekend, 2 matches, but yeah. So we will see you guys in the chat in about 2 weeks for the next round. And yeah. Thanks for playing. Shout out to Mr. Covert for.
Oh, stop it.
Baby.
I miss you already.
Covert, baby.
I miss you already.
So
let's hold hands later. Oh yeah, shout out to you guys. Thank you so much, Zero. Also shout out to Bert, guys. There were some technical difficulties tonight, but it was purely because everybody was just literally working their ass off to try and make this happen. So thank you, guys. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, people who are working behind the scenes, Omega and Bert. You guys did a great job, and I'm super excited for next time. Oh man, can't wait.
So yeah, was there one more thing you want to say, Falcon?
Oh no, just thank you for the games, and I know I had some issues at the start, but thank you for staying around because I had a good bit of fun.
Oh yeah,
man.
Totally cool.
Yeah.
Looking forward to have you back. So,
dude,
hang in there.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so thanks a lot, everybody. We will catch you guys next time.
Then a loss game too. I'm like, okay.
If you're a college student renting an apartment or house, here's something you need to know. Your landlord's insurance probably doesn't cover your stuff. The best way to protect your laptop, TV, clothes, and other belongings is renter's insurance from American Family Insurance. A proud partner of UW-Madison, American Family protects the things that help you achieve your Badger-inspired dreams. Check out amfam.com/UW-Renters. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Hey, Kate, how are you? Do you want to get some lunch? I was thinking about getting some lunch.
You know, actually,
Sandwich if you want. I was thinking Dirk's Deli. Yum. Or maybe some pizza, Hawaiian, pineapple, and ham. Aloha.
What if...
Or maybe we should do a salad. I probably should. I should just do a salad. Yes, so do you want to get some lunch or maybe just another cup of coffee?
No.
Or an espresso. Ooh, espresso. So good.
There are thousands of ways into the complex healthcare system, including adverse effect of caffeine. That's why United Healthcare has health and nutrition videos. Find them at uhc.com.
I can fix that. That's been my mantra ever since I got into computers. I learned about them by building one. Now, I have a great career in IT in Michigan, a career I found on mitalent.org.
It gets up and kills. The people it kills get up and kill.
Your ass